Did you know that 80% of people gain weight during the holiday season? I don't know about you, but I sure don't want to be part of that statistic this year. If that's you and you don't want to be a part of the statistic either, guess what? You're in luck because in today's video, we're going to be discussing 5 practical tips to help us stay healthy in the midst of all the holiday madness. My name is Dara and welcome back to the Euphony Within channel. On this channel, we like to discuss ways that help us to achieve the mindset that allows us to reach the ultimate level of happiness. How, you might ask? Through happier, healthier living. If that sounds like something that you would be interested in, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified when we release more uplifting content on personal development and thriving in your 30s and beyond. Face it, the holidays can be a total whirlwind. And while everyone's indulging in treats and skipping workouts, it's easy to feel like our health is just slipping away. But what if there was a simple way to stay on track during the holiday season without missing out on all the fun? Today we'll be exploring strategies to really help us with staying active, as well as mindful eating tips and other fun little surprises to really focus on staying healthy and feeling good during the holiday season. By following these simple strategies, you can enjoy the holidays without sacrificing the fun. Remember, the important thing is finding what works for you, and that might look different than your neighbor or your husband or brother or sister. All right, are you ready to get into our 5 simple tips to help us with staying healthy amid all the holiday madness? Tip number 1, planning ahead is going to be your best friend when it comes to the holiday season. By planning ahead, you can really think about what is going to be happening when you go to these holiday festivities, family parties, or even work events, social events as well. So if you know that you have an event coming up, remember there are 168 hours in a week. You don't gain 5 pounds from one meal. You gain it from a bunch of overindulgences throughout the week. If you can maintain that 80-20 rule where you're doing 80% well and 20% indulgence, you will go through the holidays just fine. Let's face it, workplaces, family functions, social events can be a minefield of overindulgences. And if you can get to a place where you can plan ahead or have a backup plan, if you know there's going to be a jar of candy or treats at work, have something on hand that you can snack on or make yourself feel fuller or drink water, whatever that tip might be for you, and really, just allow yourself one treat. And when it comes to treats, that's a whole other thing, but one treat is not going to blow everything up. Sometimes it's that all or nothing thinking that really causes us to fall off the deep end when it comes to overindulging in things. So, planning ahead. If you know there are certain things that are landmines or you just have a hard time saying no to when it comes to food related stuff, try to think ahead. Meal planning can be great. Maybe making sure that you have breakfast during the day or that you're getting enough protein or drinking enough water. Again, these are all things that can help us with feeling satisfied so that when you go to indulge in your treat, maybe you aren't tempted to eat 5 or 6 of them because you're hungry and your body needs energy. Another way that you can plan ahead is thinking about if you're going to a family function or a party, what type of food is there going to be ahead of time? If you know that you have a health goal in mind, maybe you're trying to cut back on sugar, maybe you have dietary restrictions due to your doctor, you can always check with the person who's bringing things or making the food and say, hey, what's on the menu? And if it's not something that falls within those dietary restrictions, you can always say, hey, I'm focusing on my health. Would it be okay if I brought a dish? And 9 times out of 10, everyone likes to try those quote unquote healthy options, even though they might be fussy about it at first. So a lot of times those can be a hit. If there aren't going to be a lot of vegetables or healthier options, go ahead and bring those or ask if they can be part of it. It's okay to express what you would like, and if it's not there, just make sure that you eat those things before you go. Nothing says that you have to show up to an event starving, because when we're hungry and tired, that's when we make poor choices. Again, you can still enjoy those sweet treats and indulge in the festivities, but maybe also focusing on portion sizes as you go through the week can also be helpful. But again, that's part of planning ahead. If you have a family member who's going with you, that can be an awesome source of accountability. Maybe they can do smaller plates with you too. You can also split treats. I love this about my partner. He's willing to split things with me or let me have just a little taste while he finishes the rest. It's an amazing partnership. So again, planning ahead helps, and having a game plan going into any event will be a surefire way of helping you with feeling like you're staying on track with your health goals. You can also try pairing festive treats with healthier options. Load up on the veggies and have your little sweet treat on the side. Again, nothing says your entire plate has to be overindulgences. You can have those smaller portions like we talked about, and that can be really helpful for still feeling like you're getting the fun but not missing out on anything and feeling sick or like you've totally blown it. All right, tip number 2 is remember to stay active. Moving your body is key and crucial to not only helping food digest, it helps our body feel better, it also is a great stress relief. If you're in the middle of a family discussion, it's okay to say, like, hey, you know what? I'm feeling kind of stiff. I think I need to go for a walk. Just go for a walk and get away. Let everything calm down. Let some steam off and really release the stress and really get back to a calm place as well. So, physical movement can be great. You can get your family involved in it. Go for a family walk after dinner. Maybe you guys have a dance break or a dance party. TikToks can be a lot of fun with that part of it, especially with the younger generation and older generation, a great common denominator. You can play football outside or go to an ice rink. Whatever that looks like for you guys, that can be a great activity. They have some great ones that involve physical movement, whether it's relay races or the marshmallow snow pickup. I've seen a lot of fun, creative games that you can play that not only help with moving the body, it also creates connection with the family as well, and friends for that matter. So, staying active is key. Now, maybe it's the day of and you're not able to be active that day. It doesn't mean that, again, the other 168 hours in the week, you don't make time for going for a walk or getting some type of movement. Again, the whole week is what we're looking at, not just one day. So, really kind of thinking ahead and planning ahead. This week is Thanksgiving when I'm recording this, and so my partner and I have been going to the gym in the mornings to go walk, and we won't go tomorrow. We're going to be Black Friday shopping all day on Friday, but right away on Saturday, we know we have it scheduled again in our calendar when we're going. So it doesn't feel as bad taking a break for 2 days because we already know when we're starting back up again. So again, going back to tip number 1, planning ahead is key, but also staying active does not mean just one day. It's a whole week worth of activity, and that can be really key for making you feel better. A lot of people go for the turkey trot. Again, you can go for a walk after dinner, whatever that looks like for you. Let me know in the comments what your favorite holiday physical movement would be. Is it going for a walk? Is it doing dance parties? Is it playing sports? What is it? I'd be curious. Drop it in the comments. Tip number 3, don't forget to stay hydrated. Did you know that roughly 70% of Americans are already dehydrated? When we add the holiday season where we're overindulging, there's lots of sodium and sometimes alcohol involved with different things, all things that cause dehydration on top of already being dehydrated. So if you can make sure that you get your sips of water in, that can really help with staying healthy during the holidays. Staying hydrated helps with our digestion as well as our body functions, and this can be really key to feeling better during the holidays. And if we're dehydrated, it's going to slow up some of our bodily functions. So if we're staying hydrated, it will help things move. It'll also help with that bloated, puffy feeling. The other fun thing that water can help with is helping us feel fuller. A lot of times we might actually be thirsty when we're receiving a hunger cue from our body. So try drinking a little cup of water. Now, from being a health and wellness coach for many years, I can say finding what works for you for water can be key. And I can do a whole other video on that if you guys are interested. But the main thing is if you prefer it out of a straw, cold, lukewarm, whatever it is, figure out a way to get your water in, because that's going to be key for helping you go through the holiday season while enjoying some indulgences, but also staying hydrated and helping your body move those indulgences through versus it just sitting stagnant in our bodies. So, hydration, can't say enough how important it is. Let me know in the comments what your favorite way of drinking water is. I know I love ice cold water. And I will also add a hydration packet once a day. I've done this in a video too, but again, hydration packets can be great, especially if you're not drinking enough water. Work smarter, not harder. All right, we're up to tip number 4. Can you guess what it is? Sleep. Oh my gosh, when you think about what happens when a computer needs to be reset or powered off and turned back on, it starts running sluggishly, you start having problems. Sleep is a great way for our body to reboot. We are out of the way. We're not pushing our bodies to extremes. It's repairing itself. It recharges the cardiovascular system. It helps with getting rid of stuff that we've taken in the day that our brain doesn't need anymore. And it's really, really crucial for our overall health in general, but especially during the holiday season. I don't know about you, but when I haven't had enough sleep, I am so fussy. And so not only does it help with rebooting our system, it also helps us with feeling recharged and energized to go about our holiday season, especially if we're staying up late. Again, 168 hours in the week. If you have less sleep one day, make sure you're getting enough sleep the next day. Again, really, really important to our overall health on a daily basis, but especially during the holiday season, make sure you're getting your 7 to 8 hours of sleep to really, really help. And if you're the type of person that feels anxious or stressed during the holidays with all these things on your mind, try doing a brain dump just before bed, and really just getting everything out, or making a list for the next day of like the 5 top things that you need to do so it's off your mind, because those can be all things that help with helping us sleep at night. Another great tip is to turn off your electronics and TV about 30 minutes before bed and really start to settle in. This can be a great practice that you do, or having a sleep routine. Again, I'm going to have a video coming about this after the first of the year because it is so important. Sleep, sleep, sleep. One of the best things that helps our body. I've had patients lose weight from just changing their sleeping habits and increasing their hydration. So again, crucial for our overall health, but especially during the holiday season because it helps us with our thinking. It helps us with our energy levels. So again, sleep, it's important. Tip number 5 is to remember to practice gratitude and kindness in our daily lives. This can really help with the holiday season. I can't tell you how much practicing gratitude and kindness really changes our viewpoints and the way that we see the world a lot of times throughout the day. And so when we can focus on the things that we're thankful for, what it does is it's basically changing our brain from focusing on all the negative things that are not going right and starting to recognize, hey, there are some things that are going right. It changes our whole mood and energy a lot of times just by practicing gratitude. When it comes to like Thanksgiving, sometimes people, go around the table and say something they're thankful for. I would challenge you to really say what you're thankful for about each other, about the people in your lives, because that not only helps you to recognize the good in them, it also helps them to know things that maybe we don't always tell each other. Sometimes we say the most kindest and nicest things about people when they're not in the room, and they have no idea that we appreciate them in that way. And so showing appreciation is a wonderful way of creating connection, but also to help with retraining our brain. When it comes to kindness, kindness can really be something that not only helps us feel better, it also helps the other people around us. We can do this through volunteering, letting someone go in front of us at a line. If there is a lot of people out shopping during this time of year, just commenting someone on how they look nice, or maybe that you appreciate them being out on a busy day. Again, practicing kindness has such a positive ripple effect in the world. It's a great thing to practice throughout the holidays, and it also helps with our overall health and well-being to just have those positive things. Practicing that attitude of gratitude as well as being kind to others really just helps with recharging our energy and helping us feel like we are making a positive difference in the world. Practicing gratitude and kindness can really help us to start to notice the things that are adding values to our lives. And a lot of times it makes us want to add values to others as well. And so that is just a win-win for everyone. And that is just a beautiful thing. And that is the whole spirit of the season, is about being kind and generous and within our means as well. But again, it doesn't take anything or cost us anything to smile or say a kind word to people. And that is something that is amazing and is needed in the world right now, too. Practicing gratitude and kindness can be one of the best things and can be one of the most important things to help us with feeling healthy throughout the holiday season, because it takes the focus off of ourselves and really helps us with focusing on others in our lives or around us. There are some people that are very lonely during the holidays, and so maybe reaching out to a friend you haven't heard from in a while or catching up with a family member can be one of the best gifts that you can give someone during the holiday season. So again, kindness and gratitude is really, really important during the holiday season. Remember, the holidays are about joy and connection, not just food. Enjoy the holiday season, and I hope you remember the tips along the way so that you're not feeling overly indulgent and that you still feel pretty good and proud of yourself at the end of the season. A lot of clients have success going through the season without gaining weight or maintaining weight, and that is a win-win too. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like it and share it with a friend if you think it would be helpful. I'd love to hear in the comments, what are some tips that you're using this holiday season to stay on track with your health during the midst of all the craziness? Thanks for watching. Again, be sure to subscribe. And if you're interested in signing up for our newsletter, the link for that will be in the description below. And with that, remember, you're not alone. While the sun may not be out today or tomorrow, it will come out again. I'll see you guys next week.